Okay, the Data East Torpedo Alley has a couple of minor issues. If we look at the displays, you will see that there is actually a segment missing. You can't actually see it very well with the light in here. Right, there you go. So we've got a segment issue with the display to resolve. And also, we've got an issue, I think there's a leaky transistor on the driver board, basically causing lights to come on that shouldn't be on. Let me demonstrate that by starting a game.
Welcome, Commander.
So you see, this light shouldn't be on, this light should not be flashing, this light up here should not be flashing. So there's a few lights on that shouldn't be. So like I say, I think it's actually a leaky transistor on the, it'll be on the column drive, I think it is. Okay, so I'm looking at the display issue on the Torpedo Alley, and if we look at the all segments lit, we're missing this segment here on the lower right hand side. So I've basically been probing my logic probe, and I found that on this buffer here, pin 6, which is the input, is active, and pin 14, which is the output for that segment, is stuck low. So that indicates, well, at least I know the problem is most likely this actual chip here. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to connect up my logic pulsar lead and basically inject some signal in there and see if we can get the light to flicker on by doing that. Well, I tried that, I tried to inject a pulse into pin 14 on the output side, and I wasn't able to get the segment to light, which indicates there's a ground short on pin 14. So I pulled the chip out, and we've got 2.4 ohms to ground on pin 14, so we've definitely got a ground short there. So I've made some progress. This pin 14 basically runs on a track behind here, goes across here, and goes to this resistor here. Now between the chip and there is a short to ground, so I've cut the track there to isolate it, and it is indeed in this part here. Now I've gone over it with a magnifying glass and I cannot find the actual short. So what I've done is a temporary measure is basically I've cut this track here to remove the shorted part. I've lifted the leg on this chip here and basically run a wire directly to this resistor from here. So that's partially fixed problem. The segments are no longer dead. However, you will see we're getting the odd spurious extra segments lit up. So it's not quite right yet, but it's kind of better than it was. I'm going to have to have a bit of a think about this one, because basically when we go through the numbers in self-test, the numbers are absolutely fine. So all I can imagine is when one of these alphanumeric segments is on, it's actually shorting on the other one. So a bit more investigation there required. And I've been poking around on the board and it's suddenly started working again properly. That's kind of indicating to me it's been another one of these really horribly fine tracks that's shorted somewhere. So I need to have a closer look at it, but it's working for now, so I've just got the last fault to do, which is the lamps that are coming on when they shouldn't be. So I think that's a leaky transistor, and that should be fairly easy to fix.